Savannah Chrisley, the well-known reality television personality who rose to fame on USA Network's Chrisley Knows Best, is stepping back into the spotlight with a new reality show that promises to be her most vulnerable project yet. Unlike the glamorous, light-hearted family antics that first made her a household name, Savannah's latest venture takes a raw, emotional look at her personal struggles as she candidly reveals to fans that she endured what she calls a full-on mental breakdown. In a culture where reality stars are often expected to keep up a picture-perfect image, Savannah's choice to openly acknowledge her hardships has shocked and inspired viewers who are now preparing to witness a side of her life that has never before been shared so openly. For years, Savannah embodied the polished, confident, and witty image of the Chrisley family brand. Viewers watched her grow from a teenager navigating young adulthood into an ambitious, outspoken young woman carving out her own path. But life for Savannah has dramatically shifted since her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were convicted on charges of bank fraud and tax evasion and sentenced to prison. Suddenly, Savannah found herself forced to shoulder responsibilities far beyond her years, taking guardianship of her younger brother Grayson and her niece Chloe, all while grappling with the intense media spotlight, legal controversies, and her own grief and confusion. Her new show captures the complexity of this transition, giving viewers a raw look at what it truly means to hold a family together during a crisis. Savannah's openness about her emotional state is striking. She has warned her fans that at times, she comes across as an absolute basket case, not out of self-deprecating humor, but as a reflection of her genuine experience with mental and emotional breakdowns. "I had a full-on mental breakdown," she revealed, stressing that audiences will see both her vulnerable moments and her ongoing resilience. For those who have followed her journey, this new chapter underscores a powerful shift, the move from a glossy family reality show to an unfiltered portrayal of what happens when real life becomes nearly unbearable. One of the central themes of the show will be the immense responsibility Savannah has taken on in raising her younger siblings. In her own words, she went from being an older sister with freedom to live life on her terms to a parental figure almost overnight. Grayson and Chloe now look to her for stability, guidance, and love, even as she struggles to manage her own internal battles. Balancing the role of guardian with her personal ambitions and public image has taken its toll, and Savannah acknowledges that it has pushed her to emotional breaking points. She admits there were nights she cried herself to sleep, days she couldn't summon the strength to get out of bed, and moments where she questioned if she was capable of being what her family needed. Yet, she continues to show up, and her siblings remain her primary source of motivation. Savannah has said repeatedly that while the responsibilities feel overwhelming, Grayson and Chloe give her the strength to keep going. Their bond has become even more visible since their parents' imprisonment, and her audience will get to see how that dynamic plays out on screen. The show captures the bittersweet reality of a young woman who has lost the freedom of youth but found a profound sense of purpose in protecting her family. Beyond family obligations, Savannah's candidness about her mental health sets this show apart from traditional reality television. While many celebrities shy away from discussing their struggles, Savannah is leaning into them. She wants viewers to know that it is okay to not have everything figured out, and that even those who seem successful and glamorous can feel like they are falling apart inside. Her willingness to show her breakdowns, tears, and panic attacks on camera represents a major cultural moment in reality TV, pushing against the long-standing trend of curated perfection. This transparency also resonates deeply with her younger fan base, many of whom are navigating their own mental health challenges in a world that often feels unstable. Savannah's admission that she has been a basket case doesn't come across as weakness, it reads as relatability. She is helping to normalize the idea that vulnerability is not shameful, but rather an important part of human experience. This aspect of her storytelling has the potential to spark important conversations about the realities of mental health, grief, and resilience. Public reaction to Savannah's candidness has already begun to surface. Many fans have expressed support and admiration for her bravery in opening up. Social media is filled with messages from viewers who say they see themselves in her struggles and appreciate that she isn't pretending to have a perfect life. Others, however, have raised concerns, urging Savannah to be mindful of her own well-being and warning that exposing such deep vulnerabilities on television could invite criticism and emotional exhaustion. The duality of public support and scrutiny is something she has faced for years, but this time it is magnified by the rawness of what she is sharing. The new show also arrives at a time when conversations around mental health are becoming more mainstream. Across industries, from sports to entertainment, public figures are shedding light on their battles with anxiety, depression, and burnout. Savannah's honesty fits into this wider cultural shift, reinforcing that struggles don't discriminate based on fame or fortune. Her story illustrates that behind the cameras, the designer clothes, and the glamorous events lies a young woman doing her best to navigate crushing responsibility and emotional turmoil. At its core, the show is about survival. It's about a woman who has endured loss, shame, responsibility, and public scrutiny, but who continues to fight for herself and her family. It doesn't promise the comedic relief of Chrisley Knows Best but instead offers a deeper, more human narrative that audiences rarely see in reality television. Viewers will witness Savannah's anger, her despair, her laughter, and her determination, creating a layered and complex portrayal of a life under extraordinary pressure. Her parents' absence, the harsh glare of media attention, and the endless speculation about the Chrisley family's downfall will provide the backdrop for Savannah's story. But rather than being defined by these circumstances, Savannah is reframing the narrative by centering her own voice and experiences. She is no longer just the daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley. She is a woman forging her own path, however messy, imperfect, and challenging it may be. The emotional honesty of Savannah's new show has the potential to change the way viewers perceive her and perhaps even reshape how reality television approaches storytelling. In moving away from the lighthearted, curated family antics that made her famous, she is opening the door to something more meaningful, a portrait of resilience, vulnerability, and survival in the face of overwhelming odds. Savannah Chrisley's admission that she is an absolute basket case is not a cry for pity but a declaration of truth. It is her way of saying that life has broken her down, but she refuses to hide it. By documenting her breakdowns as well as her victories, she is proving that strength is not about never falling, it's about continuing to rise even when it feels impossible. As her new reality show premieres, fans can expect a deeply emotional journey that combines heartbreak with hope. Savannah's raw honesty will no doubt resonate with many, offering not only entertainment but also inspiration to those who feel alone in their struggles. She may call herself a basket case, but in her courage to share her truth, Savannah Chrisley is showing remarkable strength that will likely leave a lasting impact on her audience.